2023 had so many great anime that I didn't even realize until I started, choosing the top 10 for my video because there were so many great options that I ended up with a list that I might not actually be proud of, and it might keep changing as time goes on. So yes, this isn't confirmed, and this of course is just my opinion. You might have a different choice and different placements above the same anime, but here is my top 10 anime of 2023 entirely. But before that, we need to talk about some honorable mentions that I wasn't able to put it on the top 10 list, but still was somewhat enjoyable to me. Up on the list is actually Tomo-chan is a Girl, which is an interesting take on different kind of scenarios, day-to-day school life, and this is one of my first rom-com anime that I've ever watched. So yes, this was really awesome and I really loved every second of it. I also loved Trigun Stampede, which is basically a retelling of Trigun's flashback, which is not even the main story, and I absolutely loved it. The way it was directed and designed, the way the CGI animation was, I really loved every part of it. The story is amazing, and basically the design is amazing. Everyone's outfit is way cooler than what it was in the original version. If you ask any anime watcher about what the 2023 best, feel good anime series was, most of them would say Skip and Loafer or Skip to Loafer based on what you watch. So this is actually amazing because this show doesn't really focus on much of romance or anything like that, but it is still worth a watch because of how much wholeheartedness this has. It's such a feel good show. Okay, here's the decision that would actually make people get pissed off about this list is that Demon Slayer is not even in the top 10 to me because I felt that the Swordsmith Village arc was actually mid and it didn't really have that much substance. The animation is peak, of course, just like every other Demon Slayer season, but I didn't really connect with the story as much as I thought I wanted it to be. And the final honorable mention on the list is Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Core 2. I absolutely love the animation, the extra setting stories, and it has intense characters and character movements that I really love. I'm excited for season 3, but I don't really think this would actually make it to the top 10 because there are other anime that are better than this. So, kicking off our top 10 is Vinland Saga Season 2, and this is one of my favorite shows that actually happened this year. I know fans complain that there are no fights in this, and it's kind of like that, but of course, everyone agrees that this is the best character development a main character could get. And yes, I think that this is actually better than Guts' character development. Thorfinn is, of course, one of the most goated MCs, and I really love his character development from psychotic killer to a guy with a code and a pacifist. This actually shows the brilliant emotions of human nature, and I really loved everything about this show. The Farmland arc is the peakest in the Vinland Saga according to my opinion, and I am excited for the next arc. And at number 9 is Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. This is an amazing show, a weird take on basically The Walking Dead. It is a guy who enjoys when it's actually the zombie apocalypse. It's a light-hearted show with a bunch of comedy and so many zombies around. It's a weird thing, probably R-rated, and so many stuff happening at the same time. The main character is enjoyable, although with the side characters. The main four is amazing at this show, and I really loved watching this on Christmas. And this is just all kinds of wacky fun, so I guess this does deserve the number 9 spot. I'm ranking this based on how much I enjoyed watching this show, and Zom 100 is one of the shows that I actually enjoyed and didn't skip 10 seconds most of the time. Number 8 is Free Reign Beyond Journey's End, or Sousou no Free Reign in Japanese, and I really love this show because of its wholeheartedness. Most of the shows that look like isekai is not really for me, but I really actually enjoyed watching this. This isn't isekai, of course, but I really did love this. The character of Frieren is such an interesting character, and this actually talks about many societal things that most of the people don't think about life. And the most interesting thing is about the side characters such as Fern and Stark. Their interactions with Frieren and themselves is also amazing. I am really rooting for this party to go and do whatever it is that they have to do, because as for now the season hasn't ended and I am still on board with this amazing show. Number 7 is Dr. Stone New World Part 1 and 2. I always love Dr. Stone because it's one of my favorite ever shows in the world, and its emphasis on science is always amazing, but this time it does it a little bit different because this time there are actual opponents and actual villains with different motives and an interesting scheme. I really love it when they create something new, and in this arc they do so many surprising things. There were twists that even I didn't expect, so I really had an amazing time with this show. At number 6 is Heavenly Delusion or Tengoku Daimokyo, and this is amazing because of its intense thrilling vibes that I get. This has this post-apocalypse, setting. The animation is amazing. It's brilliantly done. This is a studio that I've never heard of before, and so it's amazing. The story is compelling in on itself. There's mystery that I didn't really understand at all until I finished the finale. So this, of course, deserves to be in this list. Kicking off our top 5 anime of 2023 is Attack on Titan, the last episode. This was just a single 1 hour episode, but still stole our hearts. It completes the story that started in 2013, and it's been 10 years. The story of Eren Yeager, Mikasa, and Armin are done in this show. Of course, there are so many mixed reviews with the story. I mean, it just adapts the manga, which was also complicated, but I really love this show because of its peak animation and stuff. Although I really love the story too because of how it actually resolved, and I am not actually angry with this show no matter what. At number 4 is the surprising anime of the year, and that is Oshi no Ko. I never thought that I'll be actually watching this, and I actually did. This is another show that I didn't really expect what to happen, and most of the time when I speculate something, the total opposite happens. The first episode itself was such an amazing episode that made me hooked on to the show, and never mind, even if it's bad, I'll watch it right now because that's how good Oshi no Ko was in the first episode. And of course, another beautiful animation. This doesn't have action scenes, but it has one of the most well-liked characters. So before we move on to our top 3, if you guys are new to my channel, I want you guys to subscribe to my channel and get this channel to at least 500 subscribers. I mean, it's already 2023. I mean, it's going to be 2024, and I'm trying really hard with, simultaneous uploads most of the time. I talk mostly about One Piece and anime most of the time. So if you are interested in any of this content, subscribe to my channel and let me know what kind of content I have to do down in the comment section below. So yes, let's get back to the list. The top 3 anime of the year starts with One Piece, and yes, I actually didn't want to include One Piece in this because it just doesn't seem fair because I am biased to One Piece, but after a lot of thought, I thought this also deserves to be in the list because of course most of the episodes happened this year, and the final stretch of Wano was amazing with its peak quality animation. We got so many new stuff I won't spoil, but yes, I actually loved this entire show that it just doesn't seem fair for me to not put it in the list, and that's the reason this is here. And I really love One Piece more than my entire life. At number 2 is an anime which is going to surprise anyone, and it's Don't Toy With Me Nis Nagatoro second season. And I know most of you will be like, why is Demon Slayer not on the list but this one in here? Because I actually went through a lot during when I was watching this, and actually watching this made me really happy and made me smile. Will I regret my decision later about putting this at number 2? Well, maybe, because this isn't such a great show, but this is something that made me smile and made me happy, and that's why this is on the list. This list keeps changing most of the time, but for now it's Nagatoro or nothing because I love this show so much. It is a bit ecchi, and I know, but it does get a wholesome a lot in the future, so I think I'm really amazed with this show. Finally, the number 1 anime that came out this year to me is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Of course, the first 5 episodes, which basically was the flashback arc, was not doing that much to me, but when the Shibuya incident started kicking in, I really loved it. I mean, everything was my special. I mean, I was just referencing the intro. There were so many moments, so many amazing fights, and absolute stellar animation. I know Mappa people are dying right now, but I really thank them for giving me such this season. I mean, that's the least we could do. This is an amazing show and I really loved it, and this deserves to be on the number 1 spot. And yes, with this, let's end this video. If you guys are new to my channel, subscribe, like this video, share this with all your friends, and what is your top 10? Let me know in the comment section below.